ever find yourself digging through that drawer full of like old batteries, hoping to find one that works?
Totally.
It's like a universal struggle, right?
It really is. Yeah, you think you found one, and then
you get that little glimmer of hope, and and it's dead.
Yeah.
Well, get this. Back in the late 90s, Duracell was like way ahead of the game.
Okay.
They were trying to save us from, the battery roulette.
Oh, interesting.
They invented this thing, the Duracell PowerCheck.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Okay, so they decided to embed tiny little testers right into the batteries.
Okay.
So imagine this. You got your Duracell battery. It's got these 2 little dots on it.
Yeah.
You press them, boom. Instant read on how much juice is left.
How did they even, how is that even possible?
It's kind of mind-blowing, right?
It is, yeah.
It feels almost like magic, but it's actually some pretty clever engineering. What do you think is happening there?
So, as far as I know, it all comes down to this heat-sensitive material.
Okay.
Thermochromic ink.
Thermochromic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. They basically put a tiny little heating element underneath the battery label.
Oh, okay.
And when you press those dots, it activates, heats up the ink, and depending on the battery's charge, the ink changes color.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So more juice, more heat, more of a, drastic color change.
Exactly. The more heat, the more you know it's got that juice.
Yeah.
Pretty ingenious, if you ask me.
Ingenious, but also maybe a little bit ahead of its time, because it seems like people weren't quite ready to embrace this whole, proactive battery testing thing.
Yeah, you're right. You hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah.
The PowerCheck, it required a behavior shift, right?
Right.
Duracell was, I think, kind of banking on people wanting to know their battery life in advance.
Yeah.
Instead of just waiting for their TV remote to die or whatever.
Exactly.
And as it turns out, most of us, myself included, we're not that organized.
No.
We don't think that far ahead.
I can relate to that. Usually it's like the remote control stops working, then I'm scrambling for batteries.
Right. That's the usual.
But there's another layer to the story too, right? Weren't rechargeable batteries also starting to become kind of a big deal around the same time?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's a really crucial point, actually. The rise of rechargeables definitely played a role in the PowerCheck kind of fading away.
Yeah.
It's like they were so close.
Yeah.
But the timing was a bit off.
Yeah.
Because suddenly, this cool feature designed for single-use batteries seemed, a lot less necessary.
Yeah, less relevant.
Less relevant, exactly.
Like investing in a high-end cassette player just as CDs took over.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad timing.
Bad timing.
So it's like we have this perfect storm of factors, right? We've got consumer habits, evolving technology, and maybe just a touch of being a little too ahead of its time.
It's a tough break for them.
Yeah. It makes you wonder, though, what other brilliant ideas are out there just waiting for the right moment.
Right.
Or maybe just need a slight tweak to really capture the market.
Absolutely. It makes you think.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder, though, that even the most groundbreaking innovations, they need to factor in the human element.
Yeah.
You got to think about the users.
Us.
Because sometimes convenience, it just trumps novelty.
It really does.
And anticipating those little nuances, those little details, that's what separates a good idea from a successful product.
Totally. Being able to sort of predict the future of behavior almost.
Yeah. Consumer behavior is key.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Fascinating stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Well, on that note, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.